Pierre Omidyar was born on June 21, 1967, to Iranian settlers who moved to France for higher education. As such, Pierre was born in Paris, France. His father, Cyprus Omidyar, was a surgeon who worked as a urologist at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. His mother, Elahé Mir-Djalali Omidyar, was an academic, and she did her doctorate in linguistics at Sorbonne. As a result of his father's work, Pierre had to move to the United States at a young age. He later married Pamela Karr Omidyar, and they have 3 children, and he is also the founder of the auction company popularly known as eBay. Right from childhood, Pierre had taken an interest in technology, particularly computers. He began tinkering with computers when he was in his 9th grade at the Potomac School in McLean, Virginia. He also attended St. Andrew's Episcopal School, Potomac, Maryland, and graduated in 1984. By age 14, Pierre had already written his first computer program. Already having an interest in computers, Pierre decided to work on his knowledge. So he went on to gain a bachelor's degree in computer science at Tufts University in Medford, Somerville, Massachusetts, where he graduated in 1988. After his graduation, he was hired to work at Claris, an Apple subsidiary, where he worked on the team that upgraded MacDraw to MacDraw 2. A few years later, in 1991, he co-founded Ink Development, a pen-based computing startup. However, it was rebranded as an e-commerce company and renamed eShop Incorporated. On June 11, 1996, Microsoft bought eShop Incorporated for less than $50 million, and Pierre was able to net $1 million as a result of this deal. Pierre's passion for computers continued to act as a driving force that would lead him to success. At age 28, Pierre began to write the original computer code that would enable a simpler way to conduct a person-to-person auction for collectible items. This led him to create an online service called AuctionWeb in 1995. This website would later be recreated into what we know today as eBay. However, at the time, this service was only one out of the other services he had enabled the platform to provide. For example, he had a section which was devoted to the Ebola virus, including its symptoms, treatment, and management. It should be noted that while an auction site was his main focus, Pierre did not allow that to be his only focus, as the auction site was simply one out of the other things he did. Having a set goal is all well and good, but flexibility and having the mindset to dabble out of your comfort zone is also important on the road to success. The first item that was sold on the platform was a broken laser pointer. This surprised Pierre as he wondered why anyone would buy a defective product. The buyer made it known to him that he was purposely collecting broken laser pointers. This sparked several other business transactions which made use of the platform. Pierre took advantage of this by charging a small fee from each transaction. At this point, he was already beginning to earn an increasing number of money. However, rather than lavishly spending the money, he decided to use it to further expand and improve the platform. Eventually, once he realized that his revenue from the platform was higher than what he earned at his job, he quit and focused full-time on his enterprise. Even though he was already making money from the auction website, Pierre did not quit his job until after the platform earned him a higher income than his current salary. It is important to know that you must always have a backup plan while chasing your dreams. In 1996, Pierre signed a licensing deal to offer airline tickets online. Originally, the site hosted 250,000 auctions. This number began to increase during the year. The first month of 1997, the website had hosted about 2 million auctions. Around the middle of 1997, the website was hosting about 800,000 auctions per day. It was also in this year that Pierre had chosen to rename the website to its current one, eBay. However, this wasn't his original choice. He first wanted to name the site EchoBay, but that name was already trademarked by a Canadian mining company. He said he liked the name because it sounded cool. So he removed the "co" and settled on calling the site eBay. In 1998, eBay launched a successful public offering, which made him and Jeffrey Scroll, eBay's first full-time employee, billionaires. This success would later earn Pierre the Entrepreneur of the Year award in 1999. In the year 2002, eBay proceeded to buy PayPal, an online payment company which was later spun off as a separate publicly traded company. Until date, Pierre owned 6% of the company. Pierre didn't slow down when his platform was already beginning to garner popularity. He was constantly looking for how to improve and expand his enterprise. However, his journey was not without a few bumps in the road, as he was successfully sued in 2003 by Thomas Woolston for patent infringement of the online auction software Woolston had invented in the late 1990s. This lawsuit cost eBay $25 million. Later on in 2004, Pierre and his wife Pamela Karr Omidyar created the Omidyar Network. This platform was created to finance small businesses which could improve society as a whole. Pierre and his wife were also known to have donated millions of dollars to charity, as well as various other organizations. Despite eBay's success, Pierre did not make it his only venture. He made investments in different businesses, such as the Montage Resort and Spa in Laguna Beach, California. He was also a member of the Berggruen Institute's 21st Century Council. His vision for expansion led him to develop an interest in digital media. This led him to create the Honolulu Civil Beat, a news website which covered civic affairs in Hawaii. The news website was a success as it was named Best News Website in Hawaii for 3 consecutive years. The website's success did not end there, as in 2013, the news outlet created a partnership with the Huffington Post. This collaboration led to the creation of the HuffPost Hawaii. Pierre Omidyar's vision did not end here. On February 10, 2014, he created a journalism company named First Look Media and its subsidiary, The Intercept, which delivered online news. He went on to gather renowned journalists such as Glenn Greenwald, Laura Porteous, Jeremy Scahill, Dan Frumkin, John Temple, and Jay Rosen to occupy the company. Pierre was also an executive producer in 2 movies, such as Merchants of Doubt, which was released in 2014, as well as Spotlight, which was released the following year. Both movies were successes, as Merchant of Doubt had a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 85%. Spotlight also won the Academy Award for Best Picture, along with Best Original Screenplay, from 6 total nominations. As of 2015, Pierre had garnered a net worth of $8.3 billion. Currently, as of 2019, his net worth had nearly doubled as it sits at $13.1 billion. The recurring theme with Pierre Omidyar was his drive for expansion and innovation. He did not start as the heir to an empire nor the son of a magnate, but it did not allow his beginnings to define him. He had a drive, a passion, and made sure to follow it through. However, he did not follow it blindly. He made sure to establish himself before chasing his dreams. He did not focus on only one thing. He made sure to dabble into other enterprises. And that is the mark of a true entrepreneur. Thank you very much for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other interesting videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.